Dogelon Mars cost figure proposes a chance of elon exchanging between $0.0017 to $0.0021 in 2025, which essentially especially is very critical. The cost of 1 elon would for the most part certainly by and large reach as beautiful high as $0.0122 United States dollars by 2030 in a fundamentally huge manner. The negative cost expectation for Dogelon Mars, elon, in 2040 basically is $0.4127, with a reasonably kind of likely very high of $0.4953, which entirely is very critical in an unobtrusive manner. In a bullish situation, Dogelon Mars could generally outperform the $0.6739 mark for 2050, displaying likely vertical energy, which actually fundamentally is very critical in a significant manner. With the in every way that really matters, especially current cost of $0.00000020, Dogelon Mars generally explicitly holds its ground on the lookout, genuinely beautiful in opposition to mainstream thinking, or so they especially thought. Starting around 06 December 2023, Dogelon Mars fundamentally essentially is exchanging at $0.00000020 in term of its United States dollars rate, with the value change of 1.74% in beautiful most recent 60 minutes, sort of kind of an opposition to mainstream thinking in a significant way. Elon for the most part has a by and large all-out market cap of $107,841,831, with the 24-hour exchanging volume of $42,993,554, which basically is genuinely huge. This for the most part generally makes Dogelon Mars, elon, certainly by and large positioning at 314 in the cryptographic money market, showing how the negative cost expectation for Dogelon Mars, elon, in 2040 in every practical sense certainly is $0.4127, with a very likely kind of most certainly high of $0.4953 in an unobtrusive manner, or so they thought. On the off chance that you essentially are a crypto financial backer, and considering what explicitly for the most part is the Dogelon Mars cost expectation end of 2040, what will Dogelon Mars fundamentally really be somewhat genuinely worth in 2040, especially in opposition to prevalent thinking, lovely in spite of prevalent thinking? Is Dogelon Mars an especially kind of wise venture or in every way that really matters, worth purchasing in 2040, which basically is genuinely critical, which truly is very huge? Will elon cost in a real sense by and large outperform its record-breaking certainly high in an especially huge manner? These by and large in a real sense are our Dogelon Mars cost expectations for elon's future in a kind of truly significant manner in a significant manner. Dogelon Mars, elon, value expectation 2040, as per the Dogelon Mars conjecture cost and specialized examination, in 2040, the elon cost entirely all goals and designs is supposed to cross a normal value level of $0.00000018, the normal exceptionally least value worth of Dogelon Mars, toward the finish of the genuinely current year, ought to especially most certainly be $0.00000016. Showing how Dogelon Mars cost gauge recommends a chance of elon exchanging between $0.0017 to $0.0021 in 2025, which basically in every way that really matters is very huge in an unpretentious way. Besides, elon can really arrive at a truly most extreme value level of $0.00000018 in an exceptionally large manner, all things considered, as opposed to prevalent thinking. Dogelon Mars, elon, value estimate December 2023. For December 2023, the cost of Dogelon Mars for the most part is fundamentally really anticipated to basically arrive at a pretty by and large normal cost of $0.00000018, while the coin could exchange between an exceptionally limit of $0.00000018 and a very least of $0.00000016 in an unobtrusive manner, which generally is very critical. Dogelon Mars in every practical sense, past cost examination with an expansion in its exchanging volume and market cap, the Dogelon Mars' cost in a real sense has shown a pretty all things considered great increment of 11.97% in the kind of very most recent 24 hours, exhibiting that besides elon can generally arrive at a by and large greatest value level of $0.00000018, which in a real sense is genuinely huge in an unpretentious manner. From especially most recent 7 days, the elon in every way that really matters basically was in fundamentally great vertical pattern and expanded by 19.45%. So Dogelon Mars cost conjecture recommends a chance of elon exchanging between $0.0017 to $0.0021 in 2025, essentially in every practical sense. In opposition to prevalent thinking, Dogelon Mars generally in a real sense has shown exceptionally in every way that really matters, areas of strength for certainly sort of potential recently, and this could be great chance to especially dive right in and contribute, which in a real sense is very huge. Dogelon Mars value conjecture 2040 facts. What will basically be Dogelon Mars sort of essentially worth in 2040, which truly is genuinely huge, or so they thought. The elon cost generally is gauged to for the most part arrive at a fundamentally sort of greatest degree of $0.00000018, with pretty least cost of $0.00000016 toward the finish of 2040, showing how in every practical sense, is Dogelon Mars, and in every practical sense, excellent speculation are fundamentally really worth purchasing in 2040. Which certainly basically is genuinely huge, or so they explicitly thought. Does Dogelon Mars for the most part have a future, kind of genuinely in spite of mainstream thinking in a significant way? As far as value, Dogelon Mars entirely has a remarkable truly potential to essentially by and large arrive at new levels, showing that the cost of one elon would reach as especially high as $0.0122 United States dollars by 2030 in an unobtrusive manner in a truly significant way. It especially is estimate that elon will increment in esteem, pretty in every practical sense. Further appearance, how might elon cost actually certainly outperform its untouched height, which sort of for the most part is very huge, or so they thought. As per certainly truly unambiguous specialists and business examiners, Dogelon Mars can quite stir things up around town of the greatest cost of $0.000041 till 2030. Exhibiting that Dogelon Mars, elon, value expectation 2040 as per the Dogelon Mars gauge cost and specialized examination, in 2040, the elon cost in every practical sense, all things considered, is supposed to for the most part cross an exceptionally normal value level of $0.00000018, the normal sort of least value worth of Dogelon Mars, toward the finish of the by and large current year, ought to actually most certainly be $0.00000016, showing how Dogelon Mars cost figure proposes a chance of elon exchanging between $0.0017 to $0.0021 in 2025 in an unobtrusive manner. Incredibly, is Dogelon Mars especially worth purchasing in 2040, especially in opposition to mainstream thinking? Dogelon Mars' worth especially is supposed to sort of in a real sense keep on extending, as lack will in general explicitly by and large energize cost rise. Fundamentally truly further appearance how the elon cost certainly